2016. Rugby House confirms Ryan has the true passion for the job after working the first 3 months from October to December on volunteer basis. Ryan will be paid through the Fiji National Sports Commission. Rugby is one of the 6 federations who have applied for the $2 million international coaching grant.
Some of them are very, very similar in allocations. I mean, some of them could be, I think the biggest one will most probably go to rugby union, mainly because it's a huge sport globally, and that the coaches traditionally get reasonable salaries.
And Lanky Pio Tuai is believed to be named in Fiji 7's 16-member squad, despite being absent from camp due to family commitments this week. The coach will name the squad tomorrow, with the famous man expected to be skipper of the side once again.
Ready to lead the Fiji Sevens team once again, Dubai winning captain Osea Kolinisau, top rated by coach Ben Ryan to skipper the team if he makes into the final 12-member squad.
Osea Kolinisau, as long as he proves that he's good enough as a player to be in the 12 and worthy of a starting spot, then he'll remain as captain, and I've got no reason to change that. He's been excellent.
Ryan will name his 16-member squad tomorrow, pooled with New Zealand, Australia and Scotland. These players are sure to play a huge role in the Las Vegas Sevens.
For Vegas, it's different again because we'll have a fresh team going in, not having had all the battle weariness of winning or getting a final in Wellington and then having to back that up a week later. Plus there's also a gap now in between Vegas and Wellington.
The team is expected to work on line-outs and set pieces for the next 1 week in camp before flying out. Experienced players are sure to marshal key position in Ryan's best 7.
No, we'll continue to work on all our set piece, our kick-off, scrums and line-outs. Every session there's always an element of that in each session, and as we get closer to the tournament and there's less priority on the fitness and more on recovery and keeping our energy.
Just like Fiji, Ryan also doesn't have a proven record in Las Vegas, but with this set of boys, they are sure to taste victory this year.
Vegas and the US leg hasn't been a great happy hunting ground for me, and one thing's changed though in as much as USA now is before Wellington for the first time ever, and that's come about because it's been incredibly difficult for the Northern Hemisphere teams to travel all the way to New Zealand.
Hope our Sevens Gladiators could repeat the Dubai feat and bring back the lost glory. Vashnil Prasad, Fiji One News.
The once heralded Nambua Sevens team is talking up one of their newest prospects ahead of tomorrow's start of the Ului Nakau Sevens. 19-year-old Kameli Yalovingau is one of the 2 youngest players recently roped in by Flying Fijians coach Inoke Male for the Pacific Rugby Cup. The Kandavu lad celebrated his birthday on Monday and is hoping for a special outing this weekend.
My finishes first week was pretty good, but as the day was much better compared to the last fitness test. Yeah, I like it.
The Ratusukuna Memorial Scholar is the Maroons' top bet to follow in the footsteps of many rugby greats that have come out of the Maroons system.
We're fortunate to have the services of Kameli Yalovingau. He's been drafted into the Warriors. Maybe he's got some talents that will convince Ben Ryan for the rest of the RB series.
Fiji Rugby Union have mapped out plans to conduct coaching clinics in schools come second term. FRU development officials will be part of the program and will try to reach out to the remote schools in order to develop the coaches. The belief is that this will lift the standards of competition in the Deans and the under-20 level.
We have plans. We start off with the introduction of the new Scrum laws in the first 2 months of next year, and before we roll out our coaching clinics to all the schools before first term holidays. I know most of the schools play rugby league in the first term and athletics, and as long as they're active and keeping up a healthy lifestyle in school, which will help their schoolwork. We have come a long way in terms of education of our coaches, and it's time that we take coaching to the next level.
And Lambasa's wonder boy Roy Krishna, who's a new recruit at the Wellington Phoenix, says he'd almost given up on ever making the A-League. Krishna trialled with the Phoenix a few years ago but wasn't picked up. Yesterday he trained as a contracted player in the side for the first time. The striker knows he has to lift his game.
Fast pace, you gotta pass and move the ball very quick, and the momentum is very fast, so getting used to the pace and we'll see how it goes.
Krishna will have to fight for a starting spot in the Wellington Phoenix side. The Fiji Boxing Commission has confirmed that a promoter all the way from the United States has shown interest in local boxing. For the first time, a promoter from New York, Chauncey Welvier, is interested in regulating the sport.
He has links to the World Boxing Council. For us, we see it as a new horizon for us, because he could be our link to seeking assistance.
The dilemma that the Fiji Boxing Commission is facing right now, before they begin their competition, is which promoters will host the first program for the year. They have yet to approve 2 promoters from the West.
Promoter Welver is New York based and is a member of the World Boxing Council family of promoters.
With all that confirmed, the next likely program could kick off in March. To be on par in the international arena, Fiji has to look to developing at the grassroots level. This is one of the main aims that the Fiji Sports Commission plans to implement this year, to make use of the upgrading it has done to its facilities.
The Fiji Sports Commission will be liaising very closely with other sporting bodies to help revive competitions that have died down in the past years. Chairman Peter Maisy says this is to allow athletes to make use of their facilities.
And this year the Commission, working with FSC, is going to reintroduce remember the old provincial games we used to have? We're going to bring those back in too.
Maisy adds, with international competitions coming up, increasing the number of local competition will prepare the athletes well.
But we also need to bring people in to play, and that also helps the, good competition is what we need at all levels.
Government has allocated a substantial amount to the Council this year to host international tours, and then the Commission funding has also increased to assist a number of organizations. Maisy concludes, if Fiji is to do well, all sporting bodies will have to stand together for the betterment of sports in Fiji.
We all have to work together, the national sports organisations, the National Sports Commission and the National Sports Council. And across that, we work well.
Selina Navuso, Fiji One News.
Jet runners Bimlesh Kumar has upped his performance at the Oceania Masters in Melbourne, this time winning silver in the 8-kilometre cross-country. Kumar clocked a time of 31.06 minutes, only 4 seconds behind first-placed Australia. He earlier won bronze in the 1,500 metres. It's another promising result, as Fiji has been chosen to host the Oceania Cross Country Championship in Denarau in September this year. Golf's first major tournament gets underway this weekend at the Pearl Pacific Harbour, and it's proving to be a tough one for the champions versus champions reigning champion Olaf Allen. Not only is there a lot at stake, like free entry to remaining tournaments, but Allen's walking wounded.
There's Ronil Prakash and Abid Hussain, and I think Anuresh Chandra can't make it, so there'll be a few others that I haven't named, but definitely be a good competition here.
The CVC is an event where all winners for the national events, Club Open champions, top 10 ranked players and golfers with handicap of 10 and below are invited to see who is the champion golfer in Fiji.
Definitely tougher, and there's more terrain to it, and greens are much faster at the moment since we've got temporary greens up, because we've been doing some maintenance to our greens here.
Athletes from Triathlon Fiji are brimming with confidence to win medals for Fiji at the Oceania Championships in Australia. Louis Penne, seen here on the right, will make his international debut in a bid to try and qualify for the Youth Olympic Games in China, while 62-year-old Francis Chung will also make his debut and take part in 800 meters swim, 5 kilometers wheelchair and 20k hand cycling in the Oceania Para-Triathlon competition. Bowls Fiji preparation for the 2015 Pacific Games in Papua New Guinea begins next month. The officials will have 4 trials in both the men's and women's in their bid to defend their titles. 4 new women's tournaments have been added into their calendar as they look forward to starting their season with national triples next month.
We'll start with the national triples, which will be in early February, and that is a good start to the season for all bowlers in Fiji, because they come in and they play. Large number of teams participate in that. Then we have the Hudson Cup, which will be in Easter. That is very hotly contested event as well, because that's for the bragging rights to be the champion force club in the country. We have international. We have the invitation from Tiger Bowls for Hong Kong and China.
And New Zealand cricketers have lost by 203 runs to the West Indies in the 5th and final one-day match in Hamilton to draw the series 2-2. The tourists set the Black Caps a significant chase, with Kirk Edwards and Dwayne Bravo both hitting centuries to lead their side to 363 for 4. New Zealand's reply never threatened that figure, with the Black Caps all out for 160 runs after 30 overs.
Talk about a great day out at the cricket.
Look at that one sail into the stands. He got it! He's got it! He's got it! He's got $100,000!
This one-handed catch for a tidy profit, the main highlight for the Kiwis at Seddon Park, as the West Indies took the Black Caps to task.
Oh, that's beautiful as well. That is a magnificent shot off the back foot.
Kieran Powell's half-century coming off 28 balls before Nathan McCullum delivered.
Full hit on the pad. What does he say? He says out.
McCullum finishing off opener Johnson Charles as well.
Chance. Direct hit. Big chance. Gone.
Lendl Simmons threw his wicket away as the Black Caps' battle to regain the upper hand took a comical turn. The collision doing nothing to distract Dwayne Bravo.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Kirk Edwards in on the act too as the pair established a solid partnership. Edwards slightly more spectacular when it came to his 50.
Wow. Very nice indeed.
Bravo followed suit soon after, the bowlers bereft of ideas on a batting paradise. Edwards making the most of it, a picture of class as he moved towards a maiden one-day century.
Oh, he's got it.
Fortunate that time, but there was nothing lucky about this Windies performance. Bravo too, showing exactly what they're capable of.
Very, very good one-day international 100 for the West Indies skipper.
He eventually fell, the damage was done. The Windies in the hunt for a bright spot on a torrid tour, while the Black Caps' batting potency under pressure will now be put to the test.
And that's all for sports this evening. Back to you, Vili.
Thanks, Drew. Stay with us for World News after the break.